Welcome back, Simona Cochi, The Italian Way. At the heart of this year's Florence Biennale stands Alejandra Castro Rioseco, a visionary collector and founder of the Mia Art Collection, recognized internationally for her dedication to promoting women artists. Her participation marks a moment of great prestige for this edition as she delivers a keynote speech entitled Women Artists Between Lights and Darkness, a reflection of the duality of creation and perception seen through the lens of female artistry. I'm delighted to have Alejandra on with me now. Alejandra Castro Rioseco, welcome with us here for this special conversation on Biennale Florence. How's things there?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm very happy. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity to talk with you. And I'm in Paris now, and tomorrow I'm traveling to Florence for attend all our activities in this fantastic Biennale.
Yes, I know, because you are one of the keynote speakers of. Can you tell us a few news on what you are going to expose during this conference?
Yeah, normally I'm a director and creator of Mia Art Collection. Is as you know, probably very well, the more important collection about females artists in the world. And the idea is talk about the reality and the situation of the female artists in the world, and the equality of the women's live in the artwork. That is no different to the inequalities the women's live in other professions, no?
Mm-hmm.
But case, I talk about the role of the woman artists. I talk about the role of the institutions for support women artists. I talk about the role of the museums for support and for help the woman artists. And I think it's a very important to do this one in Florence, because Italia is one of the first countries historically in the world support and open the door for the women's study art. And that is a very important for the history of the art. And my conversation and the topics, of course, is around this, and how the society can support and help this role.
And how society can support nowadays in these challenging times?
It's a very interesting question, and I need a long time for respond this one. But I think the more easy thing is, first, the society need to understand the woman is no minority. The woman is 52% of the population. The woman is the majority of our society, and when the society understand the importance of the more than half of the population of the world. When the society understands the equality is a responsibility, it's not a favor, it's responsibility for create one society more educated, more culture, more healthy. Of course, the people understand the role, but of course it's complicated today when you see all the situation happen around the world. Equality apparently is not one of the problem. But in the philosophical way, it's a very, very big problem, because the world now is a control for men, and you can see how is the world.
Yeah, so in fact, I want to ask you, what in your long career dealing with female artists, how you can list the main features, the difference among the personality and also the values that women instead of men are common to express. Because I think in these days there is so much ugliness, also because most of the men are ruling the words. I think profoundly that if they weren't men, there will be no war in the world. This is my personal opinion.
Absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. And probably the majority of the women is completely agree with you. But
So,
the
yeah,
war, the control of the war historically is in the hands of the men. And everything, any business, any government, political institutions, education, culture, art, journalists, etc., live under the control of this mentality, structure, root, focus only in business, and of course the society going completely disaster. And the art is probably one of the space then the people can feel something different and have the opportunity to feel more emotionally things and can management more the emotionally things. But I'm completely agree with you. Completely agree with you.
yeah, I would like to know how mostly they can, female can express the struggles, the violence, and all
Yeah.
the crimes they have to cope.
It's a very interesting because when you see the museums, for example, I talk about artists. I can talk about society, but I prefer go to niche to the
Yeah,
artists.
yeah, sure.
When you see the museums, for example, when the people go to museums, the people observe in the museum the piece of art, and this piece of art talk about historical things. For example, you go to museum for see Renaissance moment. All the painting talk about Renaissance moment, but all this painting is created for men. That means the people see the history with through the eyes of the men, not through the eyes of the women, because in the 50th century, 60th century, the majority of the painting put in the museum for talk about history is painting created for men, not for females. And that situation continuing today in the museums is no more than 3% about the pieces for women and the permanent collections. The people don't have the opportunity to see where feeling the women about the art. They don't have the opportunity know where feeling the women, for example, in the political conflict. What is the point of view of the women in the wars? What is the point of view of the women at the family suffers? Everything that you see normally in the museum is relation with aggressive, relation with the sexuality, because that is the point of view of the men artists for too many years. And now exists the opportunity to the women express, and this is the reason exists too many artists in the market. But these women need go to the museums, because at the end of the day, the museums as an institution is the organizations talk about historical moments and the life. For example, when the situation happened now politically, you can see some exhibitions. The majority of the exhibitions, again, is about the men artists. You don't have idea what happened with all this conflict, political conflict, but what happened with the women's. The woman's life is completely different to the man's life. The worries about women is completely different. The point of view, the view of the families, the compensation about inequalities, the pain, the suffer about the children. Thank God today exists the internet, and you can see through the internet, no, to the social
Yeah.
medias. The role of the art is show this reality for the society.
And how you are of course an international organizations, and so you have to deal with different market and different audience, and how you perceive a different approach in your activities, and how you select and forge differently your events upon the countries.
Yeah, and I received too many offer for go to the talk, for be part of the organizations. But I have too many rulers for be part of the organization or for be part of the talk or interview. And one of the first ruler is this organization, the MIA collection, be part need be equality. For example, now I'm in Paris because I'm be part of the international board of the Palais de Tokyo in Paris. Why I'm accept this role is because the Palais de Tokyo is the only institution in Paris have more than 70% of the exhibitions about female artists.
Wow.
This is something very unique in Paris and special, no? And Mia Collection accept be part of this one because it's in our line. The same happened to the Biennale. The Biennale of Florence is, I know the focus is about darkness and light, but if you see the Biennale, the number of the woman artists is very important. Very important. And all this organization is our partner and our role because our organization is non-profit. I don't sell art. I don't do the business for this one. Our goal is talk about the role and the importance of the equality in the art. And when the organization is in our line, of course, I'm happy then create a project, do projects, support projects, and yeah, that is very important for our organization.
And how such a big organizations like yours can handle the cost of these events if you are not profit? And how can you engage also the artists? Because I'm sure that most of these women needs also money because they struggle with...
Of course, the woman artists need money. The woman artists need work. The woman artists live a very complex situation, for example, about insurance, don't have a social insurance, don't receive support for the governments, independent the countries. This means is be artist in a profession very complicated in this society. But as you say, Mia Collection is non-profit, and originally the majority of the invest in our foundation is about our pocket money, our family money.
It's always like that. Really, really. If I would choose something else to do as a journalist, some stupid topic, I will earn much more money.
But the money is not everything in the world, my dear.
Yes, I know.
Money is necessary, but it's not the only important in the world. And when you have the money, you have the responsibility to do something for a better society. And exists historically. That is not new. The problem is that people forget it because now live in a society, everything is around the money. But Italy, for example, have a bigger mecenas and bigger philanthropies, family support projects for years and years. And
But yeah, just because this is historical, is in our DNA, so it's
exactly.
For us, it's normal. So I try to know from your experience which are the worst, if we can say, countries, and when you have really difficult in trying to make these women express themselves, because we noticed that also history is gonna change. For 10 years, for instance, in Afghanistan, women can paint. After few years, they burn everything out. That's also they lose the legacy, they lose the heritage.
Iran, for example, one of a very evolutionary country around the art, a very free country, and now this country going completely involution and go to the past. And of course, you lost all this legado, this legacy about the history of the woman's art, because the woman artists talk about the history of the woman, and
yeah,
it's important.
Sure.
about the history of the woman is 52% of the population. I say again, the other day I have a meeting and one guy say, yeah, the minorities like females, black people. And I say, stop. Women is not one minority. It's a majority of the society. And it's important give a space for this one. And it's important exist institutions support and exist around the world, exist a lot. I know a lot and I meet a lot and exist people help with help with work with institution. Some people like you are journalists, for example, and you give this interview. That's help a lot for our institution. Our relation and our transaction is not about money. It's about you like the project and I want to share with you. That's a philanthropy. The people need to understand the philanthropy is not only relation with transactions and money.
Yeah, also at the very base of this, I think we should, first of all, try to communicate what's behind art and how art can heal this horrifying world, plenty of ugly, horrifying scenes. And so imagine a world depicted by women and with the women art. You know, scroll the media on the social media. It's all very cruel images and shootings, even if.
It's terrible. Everything is when you see the social media, when you see TV, everything is ugly. Everything is ugly. And they have the role to curate. You know, when you do exhibition, exists one of the person is the name curator.
Yeah.
Not curator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curator coming from curar in Spanish. Curar. Curar means take care.
Yeah, also in Italian, the same meaning.
Curar. And the society need this one. Society need curar. And it's a very important. And this work coming for art. That's the art is very important for maintain one society in equilibrium. In equilibrium, connect with the beautiful things. The young generation connect with the beautiful things, with the beautiful history, with the sensibility. The sensibility is something our society completely lost. Completely.
Okay. And how you select, in a way, select, if we can say it's a bad word, how you choose the pool of artists to be engaged, for instance, in Paris or in Florence? Which are the main features that you are looking for a genuine, because it's plenty also of fake artists, genuine female artists, and you know it's plenty of fake people. Thanks to God, I'm a daughter of a real artist, musician and painter, so I understand how to to pick the right one. So tell me this.
And the beginner, now our collection is more than 900 pieces. Okay? Only females, more than 900 pieces around the 34 countries. That's mean a lot of piece of art.
Oh, wow.
And the beginner amuse my sensibility, and you know the woman's look one thing or look one person, and you know exactly if it's a good, if it's not good, if it's fake. Our intuition, like a female, is very stronger. And in the beginning, I used this one. Now, when the Mia collection grow up and transform in more big institution with this 900 piece, of course, it's impossible I do alone. But what I do, I put my team, my curators teams travel around the world and see the exhibition and the artists. But the majority of the artists come from Mia collection and send the emails to Mia collection alone and say, this is my portfolio, this is my work, this is my idea. I want to do this project. you can help me with this project from the different countries. I received from Africa, for Middle East,
Yeah, I
Spain.
can imagine. I can absolutely, I can imagine.
Our
It's
teams
huge
now look if the piece have something history to talk, because the piece need talk something. It's not a piece. Mia collection don't see the pieces for decoration. Mia collection see the
Oh,
pieces again, talk about the history or talk about the realities. And when I'm look these artists, and of course Mia collection do too many projects, or buy the pieces directly for the artist, or create with the artist a project like a project mean exhibitions, different type of or support for the artists go to the museum. And then the other area, Mia collection, create a scholarship for the woman artist study, because a lot of woman artists have the talent but never go to university.
yeah,
And
yeah.
one of the women is go to the university and finish the fine art or whatever want to study about art. And on the other hand, Mia collection creates every year a big exhibition. And this moment in Dubai, because our base is in Dubai. Why our base is in Dubai? For a simpler reasons, because Dubai is a very safe country now.
Yeah.
Dubai is a safe country, and I have a very good things for tax. That's mean if I'm
Yeah, it's a
European,
lower tax, yeah,
I
rate.
or support my project. And I do a big exhibition, and I'm invite artists to do exhibition. Mia collection give visibility and the Instagram and the social medias and interviews. I have a beautiful partners, magazines, TV, and all our read about females support and help this project.
I want from you few stories that particularly touched you or
Oh,
anecdote.
yeah, every day. That's happened every day. That's happened every day. But one of the beautiful stories, for example, come with me, and maybe you connect with this one. It's about one of my favorite artists. The name is Lavina Fontana, from Bologna. Incredible woman, history fantastic. And I have one of the pieces about this artist, and I move one of these pieces from Lavina Fontana to Dubai.
Yeah.
Imagine Fontana, born in the 60th century, and go to Dubai, the piece, because she don't exist, but the piece and probably the soul of the artist arrived to this country, Arabic countries, in middle of the nothing, and I do exhibition for Lavina Fontana. And the majority of the people in Middle East don't understand who is Lavina Fontana. And when I say Italian, Italiano, perfetto, because the Arabic people love Italian people.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's embarrassing for us. I mean, I remember when I was in China and I tried to explain the Rinascimento, they cut my words very suddenly with, "Oh yeah, Italy, Italy." No, they cut it down very quickly, but they don't know the essence. Is what we're trying to explain. The art is beauty. The art is healing. The art and is so much related with the women image. Most of
Yeah,
the subjects in Renaissance were beautiful women.
yeah. No, and the complication of the women for this period. I'm study a lot about, because I'm a very fans of Italy. I'm very fans
So
about
you
Bologna.
know Artemisia Gentileschi.
Of course, of
Wow.
Of course, Artemisa, she is contemporary to Lavina Fontana, and is the first two ladies go to painting for the noble families, for the Catholic ways.
Yeah.
Ladies don't have the opportunity to go to university. This lady don't study anatomy. That's mean if you don't study anatomy, how you can painting the body? These ladies don't have the opportunity to have the models, because in this period, if you pay one model for stay naked for painting, strange. And and these women create the concept of the woman artist in the history. And I don't understand why Italy don't talk more about this one, because it's a tremendous important and example for the women in the world. And when I move this piece, I put the piece in the beautiful space, and all the people go see this piece and take a picture, blah, blah, about Lavinia Fontana. The people learn about Lavinia Fontana. Lavinia Fontana is the first woman Italian. The government create a coin with his face. Italy have one coin in the past with the face of Lavinia Fontana. That's never happened in the history more than Lavinia. And for short history, I do the exhibition, and one night the insurance called me and say, Alejandra, you need to take care with the piece. Maybe it's good if you take in the night the piece and you put in the storage, and during the day you return to the place, because it's a little nervous because it's a 15th century piece. No, the insurance is very.
Yeah, sure.
And I think what I do, and in this moment, I take the piece alone. I'm alone in the 11 p.m. in Dubai. I take the piece, I cover the piece, I put my piece under my arm, and I walk to the piece to my home. And I'm walking middle of the city, very modern, with the people drink and beautiful cars and beautiful light. And I'm walking with my piece, and I'm a petite person. I'm a very petite person with my Lavinia Fontana inside to my arm, in middle of the one period that Lavinia never dreamed exist. And I'm walk with these pieces to the exhibition to my house. And in this moment, I really feel, and I say, this is the women they do, because our time in the life is not short. You always return. And Lavinia Fontana, for this exhibition with Mia collection, return to the life. And return to the life in a country like Dubai, imagine. In the period of Lavinia, Dubai don't exist. And emotionally for me, this is one of the more beautiful experience, because of course I need to study about Lavinia life. I need to connect with Lavinia life, and yeah, and she transcends the time, the borders, the countries, the language, with only one piece of art. And this reflections about the art is incredible.
And what do you expect from your participation to Biennale? How for you was relevant to be there, to be in Florence, and to be the guest speaker for this conference?
For me, the more important is I receive a lot of people go to listen. This is the more important. I want the women go to listen where I talk and what is the topic. Because when I talk about this history, when I talk about the role of the Mia collection is one instrument, no? There can be any other institution, but this is the history. Then what I do, I'm a feminist, I'm a civil engineer, I'm a mother, and very complex life. My English is bad. I'm grew up in South America. But when you really want to do something like a woman's, you can. It's possible. It's possible construction, something magnificent for humanity. That's Lavinia.
Yeah,
that's me.
yeah, definitely.
But I'm expect the people take the time, because sometimes in the fairs or in the biennales, the people don't go to the talk because the talk is not fun. No?
Yeah. Okay, we
But
have 2 minutes time. Your dream, your
my
future,
dream,
how you see yourself in 10, 20 years. Yourself, I mean, along with your project, of course.
yeah. My dream is I'm arrived to one museum, and the people ask me, do you want to see the area of females or do you want to see the area of men? That is my dream. When
Okay.
that's museum, I feel completely happy, because today when you go to museum, you need ask, what is the woman, and probably don't exist. And this is so sad for our society. And of course, the equality, of course, too many other things. But if you ask me, one of the dreams is I'm going to the museums. I want to exist more museum for females, specifically females museum, more women directors in the museum, more women presidents, more women's powers take decision about the emotionally things, is not take decision about money. That is my dream.
The last for the closure is where the people can find you. So if you can give you the social reference, the sites, your websites, and so on.
Everything coming. You finish the question because it's a little.
Okay, yes. If you can tell to the audience where they can find you on YouTube, you have Instagram, you have your
Everything.
site.
Mia Collection have a website, Mia Collection, then you can see all our activities. But the majority of our movement is for Instagram, because Instagram is one of the social media function in the moment. Instagram of Mia Collection, and in the website of the Mia Collection is a lot of mails. Then if the woman want to do the question, have just I do mentoring for too many females around the world independently, and I do because I think this is the only possibility to help to other women. But in social media, yes, I have a lot of interviews. The people, if you put my name in Google, Alejandra Castro Rioseco, you see a lot
Of course.
journalism.
I will put your reference in the video description. And I have to thank you so much for this in-depth conversation.
Hi, ma'am. You're a very intelligent woman. I'm happy to talk with you.
We're gonna keep in touch. Yeah.
And please invite the people for go to listen and the Biennale, and it's amazing experience. And I promise learn a lot, and I promise have a new point of view about the female artists.
Thank you so much. All my best wishes.